Good day to you, partner. I'm Guy, and I can already tell that I'll be your best friend in this forsaken camp.
Hey guys, Wheat Solo here, aka the Skeleton King. So, Bone Spear is having some weird interactions on live due to the hitboxes being increased. What I think is interesting is how much did it affect the test I was doing previously with my proc builds? Well, I don't think much, because if you look at the screen right now, when I cast a Bone Spear near to myself and only one spear hits the dummy, it's only getting hit one time. But if I cast a spear far away, or close to a target that is far away, then it's going to be hitting the target 3 times. So a lot of people are saying, and there is a frame delay in between them. So Bone Spear has a frame delay of 4, right? So that means on frame 1 it could hit, frame 5, and frame 9. And I'm not saying that's not happening, because that clearly is what is happening. It's not all 3 getting hit at once. But why I want to showcase the fact that it doesn't happen with one spear is I want the devs to be able to fix it in the appropriate way. And it's different if one spear can hit multiple times as opposed to 3 spears hitting multiple times. Now, why would 3 spears on top of each other be able to hit on 1, 5, and 9 and only one spear can't? I have no idea. I really don't. Maybe when all the spears combine, their hitboxes get even bigger, like it's like a wave and it magnifies the wave. Again, I'm trying to give as much information out there as possible. So now what's the next thing we're looking at? Well, we're looking at the Act 4 Mercenary. And yes, Bone Spear is a little bit messed up right now. I doubt they're going to keep it this way, although I think, honestly, they should. Except for the Act 4 Mercenary, and why I say that is he's clearly overtuned. They just recently nerfed the Act 3 Cold Merc early on, which was the best budget merc, and they also, well, they obliterated the Act 1 physical merc, who was also a very good budget merc as well. So clearly they want mercs to be a little less powerful budget, which is fine, I get that. This guy's too good. In fact, this guy could have less gear and be doing something similar. As you can see, this is actually a corrupted zone right now, and he is destroying it. I don't have a pet on the screen. I'm literally a necromancer whose max skills are Curse Mastery, Dim Vision, Bone Armor, and Bone Wall. Those are my max skills. And you could do this. Like, you could literally beat hell and start farming Chaos Sanctuary with your Act 4 Mercenary. And you don't even need any summons to do it. And you might go, "We Solo, what about the boss? Are you skipping the boss?" No, I'm not skipping the boss. Although I think if you do farm the boss, you probably should get a summon. But you'll be very surprised how much damage he does to Diablo by himself. Okay, so do you need Bone Wall? Well, he's got really high life after each kill, and his damage is insane. And as you can see, Teeth is really good too. Like, a lot of that was actually Teeth killing those ads. So even if they fix Bone Spear and it doesn't shotgun, I actually think the Act 4 Mercenary needs to be adjusted, but probably, fixed one at a time. But just the fact is, it's like, if they don't want an overpowered merc, the worst one to be overpowered is the one who does magic damage, because in general, magic damage is just the best source of damage in the game, which is why historically it had low numbers. So at this point, I'm like, what do I do? How do I kill Diablo without doing anything as a necromancer? These bone walls aren't blocking any damage. It does keep him trapped, which maybe is useful. I don't really think so. And then I'm like, all right, I guess I could warp every time he casts one of his abilities and then keep the merc safe that way. And then I was like, well, what about just letting Diablo focus me? But he didn't. He focused the merc. And the merc apparently can face tank him, and that's why my face is so confused right now. See, I heal him. You hear thanks, and then I don't heal him again. And apparently the Act 4 Mercenary can solo Diablo by himself with pretty legitimate gear. Now, how good is the gear? He has the complete Nausea set, which I think is it the Heaven's Brethren set? It's the Nausea Circlet, the Hellforge Plate, and the Nausea Puzzler. Ancient Vestige. See, God, Heaven's Brethren. I'm just guessing at this point. Train Gloves, a Lenimo, and then Marowaks for CBF. No jewels in any of the items. The annoying thing about this setup is he's 5 FCR off, so if you could just get 1 FCR core on any of the items or a bad Arachnid Mesh, he'd be at 125 FCR, which is a 10% DPS increase over what you already saw. And And then it's like, okay, so what do you do for skills? And I don't think you need max dim vision, but if you wanted to run this build, which I kind of honestly do, I think you should, one, get a max blood warp, because I have some summoning gear that helps me get a very high blood warp for free. So get a high blood warp, get max curse mastery, get max bone armor, and then decide basically how many points you want into dim vision, revives or blood golems, and bone wall. Just some combination of those. And I think the 3 best curses to use would be decrep, weaken, and dim vision. Although you don't even need all 3, you could probably drop max curse mastery, but that would be one option. And no one would die with your bone armor, with weaken reducing damage, dim vision reducing attack rating, decrepitry making them move slower. It's just, you would be invincible. You wouldn't need bone wall. You could just have the bone armor and then put the last points into blood golems to make a boss a little bit quicker. This is a real build as of now. All right, Skeleton King out, guys. GG.
Come and play with us, Danny.